Hola, and thank you so much for joining me on the Bridge the Gap Spanish channel. My name is Keisha Villas, and I am the founder of Bridge the Gap Spanish, as well as the grammar teacher for Bridge the Gap Spanish. Thank you for joining us again, and I hope that you've been able to catch up on some of our previous videos. We are currently in a series on Spanish adjectives. We also have a series on Spanish nouns. If you're looking for information on that, feel free to check out our channel. We are going to be diving right into our last type of adjective, which are demonstrative adjectives. But before we do that, I want to remind you of the reason for Bridge the Gap Spanish. We really exist to help bridge that gap when it comes to grammar to actually speaking Spanish. So on our channel, we offer so many free resources in regards to Spanish grammar. But if you're looking to take that next step and really actually use this in actual conversation, we would love to match you with one of our native speakers. Go ahead and find out more about us at btgspanish.com. And we would love to have you learn more. Let's go ahead and jump into our grammar lesson for today. Today, as I mentioned before, we are looking at demonstrative adjectives. I want to give you a brief review over what we've talked about so far, if you have not caught up. Also, if you want more details on the rest on the ones that we're not talking about in this video, go ahead and check out those videos in the Spanish Adjectives playlist. We have three types of adjectives: descriptive, possessive, and demonstrative. When we talk about descriptive, we're referring to adjectives that describe a noun, a person, place, or thing. And then when we talk about possessive adjectives, we are referring to words like me, mis, tú, tus, su, sus, nuestros, nuestras, nuestro, nuestra. Those are the words we are referring to there. Demonstrative adjectives, which we are discussing today, are words like this, that, those, and these. I like to think of it as demonstrating. When we think about demonstrating or pointing out, as you can see in this picture, that's a demonstrative adjective. Typically, we're pointing, or people know we're either looking at something because people know what we're talking about. This bottle, that house over there. We use those words in English and the same thing in Spanish to show someone or demonstrate a particular object. Here are the three levels of demonstrative adjectives. I like to describe them in levels because we are referencing things that are close, not that close, or far away. Our close demonstrative adjectives that we're going to use are esta, este, estas, estos, and I have the translations for those there. Not that close. And when you think about it, when we use these words in English, we kind of have a general sense of, if you're talking about this, it's probably really close to you. If you're saying that, it's not too close. You're not holding it or anything like that, but it's within distance where you could probably go to it. So esa, ese, esas, esos, those mean that and those. I have the translation for each of those there. When we speak about something that's far away, out of reach, out of distance, far, we are going to say aquella, aquel, aquellas, aquellos. That over there, those over there. And then I also I hope that you've noticed I've added the masculine or feminine versions to each one here. Feel free to take a screenshot of this if you'd like to reference it in the future. Here are some examples. I know that this can be a little bit challenging to get all of these remembered because they are very similar to each other, especially the ones that mean this, those, that, and these. I'm going to show you a few examples. Esta blusa would mean this blouse. And we're going to see examples of how we change the demonstrative adjective based on the masculinity or femininity or the plurality of the word. Esta blusa, blusa is feminine, blusa is singular. We're going to use esta, this blouse. She's holding it, right? So if she's saying this blouse, she's saying this blouse, the one in her hand. Estos zapatos, these shoes. Again, it's like she's holding this woman it's as if she's saying these shoes because she is holding them. Zapatos is masculine and it is plural. So we're going to use estos for this. Esa casa amarilla. Okay, we're throwing in a few other things here. We're throwing in a descriptive adjective, which we talked about last week. Descriptive adjectives go where? After a noun, which is what we see right here. Esa casa amarilla. Amarilla is that descriptive adjective. But our demonstrative adjectives, just like our possessive adjectives, go before the noun, which we've already seen. Esa casa amarilla would mean that yellow house. I almost said that house yellow. That's how it's directly translated, but in English we say that yellow house. She's pointing. She's not holding it. She can't touch it, but she's pointing. It's close enough where the driver can tell, oh, that one right there. Okay, I'll go to it. If she said aquella casa amarilla, it would be way over there, potentially out of sight. But we are seeing that she's pointing right down the road potentially. So that's yellow house with insight. This is an example of aquel edificio. Aquel edificio, all the way over there. Probably it's going to take a while to try and get there, right? So this is an instance where we would use aquel, which means that over there, far away, all right? Okay, there you have it. There are your demonstrative adjectives, which closes out our series on Spanish adjectives here at Bridge the Gap Spanish on the Bridge the Gap Spanish channel. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope that you got something out of this. Feel free to, if you're wanting more free resources, subscribe to our newsletter at btgspanish.com/subscribe. And I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Hasta pronto.